Hi all, good morning. I will share my screen and please let me know whether it is visible or not. Okay, hope my screen is visible. Rajesh, is that visible? Okay. Okay, in today's session, what we are going to see is about the mat table. Okay, so I will execute the output and show it to you, and I will tell you the requirement, and we will proceed with that requirement. Okay. I will show you the output of the mat table. And if you guys, I will post every code in the chat session. And if you guys wish to do it with me, then you can do it parallelly with me. Okay. So we have already seen about these commands, right? In order to create the project and to create the component, to create the module and everything, you people already known about this, and hope you people are doing parallelly with me, right? In all the practice session, we did all the things. So in today's session, if you want to create a new project, then you can able to create, or else you can do it in the existing itself. Okay. See, mat table, especially today's session, mat table is especially, it is helped to display the data in the table. Okay. In a table format with various features like a pagination, sorting, filtering, selection, everything you can able to do it. Okay, so we will see one by one. So hope you guys having all these commands. So just try to open and do it parallelly with me. I will post everything in the um, chat box. Okay, I'll give you all the codes. See, this is the output. If you, so we have already seen about this mat code, right? So I did the table mat table with the routing. Okay, so I will teach you how to do it with the routing. We have already seen about the routing. In order to travel through one component, one page to another page, we need to establish some relationship with one module to another module, and we have seen the practical session, and also in the SAR has taught you in the class session also how to do that, right? So while clicking this button, you can see this table, right? We can we are getting this table, this periodic element table. Okay, so this is the table header. Position, name, weight, and symbol are the table header. And there are three buttons you can see here. There are three buttons are there. So first one is add column, and if I want to add one more column, then it will randomly add one column from the existing one. And remove column is used to remove the last column. Okay, and shuffle is nothing but I'm going to change the order. See here, I'm clicking, and it will add the first column as an last one. Okay, similarly the name is getting added, weight is getting added. If I want to remove the column, it will remove the last one. You can see that the last one got removed. Similarly, the name got removed. And also shuffle. It will shuffle the random columns. Okay, see the first position and weight got shuffled. And similarly, the symbol and position got shuffled. So like that, it will shuffle the random columns. Okay, so this is the one which we are going to see in today's session. See, I will give it everything in the chat box, and you can do it parallelly with me. And this existing code is available in Angular material also. You can go and do it. Okay, I will tell you the method how to do it in today's session. Okay, this is what we are going to see step by step. Okay, so I'm going to the code now. See here, the first thing what you need to do is So for the first thing you have to do is you have to create one. See, I will open one Word document and I will tell you the steps. You just follow the step and try to do it parallelly. Okay. So here I will type step 1. Okay. The first step you need to, what you want to do is just import this. Okay. Go to the app module. See, this is my parent module, right? So while creating our project itself, how to create a project? See here using this command ng new project name. Okay. So this is your project name. What is my project name? FS mat table. Like that, I have created one new project, right? So after creating this FS mat table, so any name, you can give any name. So these things are very basics which we have seen for many session, right? So after creating this project, what you this app module, right? This app module, we will get it by default. Okay, while generating the project itself. So after that, what you need to do is you have to create one component. Okay, so this is where this we will get by default. In order to get this child component, okay, in order to get this child component, you have to give this command, and this component name is nothing but here I have given as app child 2, like that. Okay, so these are all the and also the one important thing is you have to create a module with the routing. Okay, hyphen hyphen. So here I wish to do the routing. What does mean by routing? I wish to do the communication between this parent module and this child module. Okay, so in order to do that, I need the routing. So while creating the module name, you have to do the routing. This is the next step. Okay, what is the first step? I have to create the project. Create create project using these commands, right? Ng new project and everything. So create the child component and everything. Okay. So the next thing what you have to do is go to the module app module.ts. So in order to get the table, okay, in order to get the table, you have to import the smart table module from Angular material. Okay. So I will give this also. I'll put it in the chat box. Okay. You have to paste this. Okay, you have to import this in your app module. This is your parent module, right? You have to paste this in your app module.ts. Okay, and also you have to import this inside the import array. You have to give this name, mat table module. Okay, so don't forget to give this inside the import, because it will raise an error. It's like a declaration. Okay. So after this, what you have to do is, so the next step is go to the HTML. Okay. So what we did in the HTML, see, this is my parent module. This smart card, in order to display this smart card, okay, in order to get this smart card, we have already seen this code in the practice session, right? So in order to get this smart card, while clicking this smart card, I want to go to the next page, right? I want to go to the next page while clicking this smart card. You can see here, while clicking this smart card, I'm going to the next module, app child 2, which I have created here. App child 2 is the next module, right? I want to go to this app child 2. So how to achieve this? So you have to go to this HTML component first. This inside this HTML, uh, in the router outlet, everything we have already seen. In order to do the routing, this tag is used, and you have to paste this code. Okay, what is the step 2? Step 2 is go to app component .html, right? So inside this, you have to paste this code. Okay, I will paste it in the chat box also. Please try to do it parallelly with me. Okay, so you have to paste this code. So we have already seen about this code in many sessions. This is my mat card, and this is the class name. And here I have raised on one click event. And while clicking that mat card, this event will raise, and this event will call the open dialog. Okay, so how I am going to define this open dialog inside my app component.ts. So what I have defined, you can see here, this open dialog. I have given using the navigate function. I'm navigating to the app child 2. So where is app child 2? I have already created this, right? Using that ng generate component and module and everything I have given. So you have to give this path inside the navigate of function. This will navigate to my app child module. And one more thing, what you have to do is you have to give the constructor, right? You have to give inside the constructor, you have to give the routing. So we are going to do the routing from this module to this module. Okay. So in order to do the routing, what you have to do, you have to import this. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just copy pasting this code also. Okay. So this is the next step, right? Step 3. What is the step 3? So we have to go to the app component.ts file. App component.ts. Okay. I'll give this code in the chat box also. Please try to do it parallelly with me. Okay. I put it this inside the chat box. Just copy paste it and put it in the TS file. Okay. And next thing, what we are going to do is that is step 3 is over. Okay. With respect to the TS file. This will leads to this navigate function will leads to the next is app child component. Okay. And inside this we have given the CSS, right? So for this CSS, how my mat card and card container should display justify content will display my mat card in the center, and heading also in if I have given any heading, it will display in the center. For now, I didn't give any headings. Okay. So this is the card division. Where card has two divisions, right? See here, you can see here we have two divisions. So how it should display, and about the shadow, you can see some mild shadow here, right? For the this particular box. So what should be the color of the shadow and everything we can able to define inside the CSS. So it's up to you. Okay, it's up to you. With respect to the design and everything, I will put it in the chat box. Okay, I can able to copy this. Only half of this getting copied. I'll give you everything, and you have to do it parallelly with me now. Okay. So for that only, I'm going to copy pasting this everything. Okay. So this is about app component.css. This is our first page. You can see here. This is our first page. This is the first page. Okay. So we have completed designing the first page. Now what we are going to do is now we are going to do the routing module. Okay. Now we are going for the routing module. Why we need to go to this routing module, app routing module? I want to tell this particular while clicking this button where it should go. So I have mentioned it inside the navigate function, and also you have to give it inside the routing module.ts also. Okay, inside the routing module.ts. Go to in app routing module. See here routing module.ts. You need to mention the path if my path is empty. Okay, if my path is empty, it should display the app component. Which is app component? Which one is app component? My parent, right? My parent is the app component. Okay. So which one is this parent component is the app component, right? So inside this, if my path is empty, then I have to display the app component. Okay. If my path is not empty, instead of that, I'm giving app child 2. You can see here while clicking, it will lead to app child 2. If the path is app child 2, okay, app child 2, then I need to load the children. Which one is the children? We have already created the children, right? So you can see here, this is the children. I want to display the children by importing. Okay, by importing this dot slash app child to slash app child module. I have to mention the module name here. Here I have to mention the component name. Here I have to mention the module name. See, if you shuffle this, or if you are giving the module name here, or if you are giving any component name here like that, if you are giving, then it will not work. Okay, you have to be very, very careful with this. Okay, so inside the routing module, we have to, in order to redirect to the next module, I have to give the module name only. Just go to the component, child module, okay, child module file, and copy this module name and paste it in the parent module. Okay, in order to redirect. Okay, so this one also I will give. I will put it in the chat box. Okay. So hope you guys are doing parallelly with me. Please do it parallelly with me. And with respect to this, I have to import this component. If I didn't import this component, simply if I am giving the component colon app component, then it will raise an error because it's not getting imported. Because this particular routing model doesn't know the component name. I am importing here and I am giving the component. Okay, you have to give this inside the routing module. Okay. So hope until this you are clear. What we did this first page. Okay, we did this first page. Okay, so we have completed the designing of this card in the HTML file and functionality of this card. While clicking, it have to travel to the next module. That particular functionality in our TS file, and I have given the table, app table, everything in the module, right? App table module, mat table module in the module file, and the functionality of the first page inside the app component TS and design, and also CSS design, right? In order to do the routing, while clicking, it should go to the next page. For that routing, I have did some functionality inside the app routing module. So for now, we have completed the first page. Okay. Hope you guys clear in this. Please let me know if you have any doubts. You guys are doing parallelly with me, I think. Okay. So what we are until this, hope you guys completed. So first thing module, then component, HTML and CSS and routing. So you guys very well known about all the functionalities of this each and every file, why we are using all these files and the reason behind these files. Okay, until this you guys completed, I think. Now the main thing, we are going to the child component in order to display the table. See here, I'm getting, while clicking this, it will leads to the next page, and in this page we are displaying one table, a simple table. Okay, now what we are going to do is go to app child module. Okay, so inside the app child module, what you are going to do is, please give this import statement. Okay, give this import statement, and app child routing module and everything you have to mention it here. So this is my routing. Okay, this is my routing module file, and I have to import this. Okay, what are all the things you are importing here? You have to give it inside this array also. Okay, otherwise the error will raise. And also in the declaration, I have to give the component. Okay. So I have to declare the component. I will give this also. I'm just copy pasting it. I'll give this also. Okay. Hope you guys are getting my point. So inside the module, one more important point is inside the module. You can see here inside the module, you have to give only all the module related imports only. Okay, all the module related, and in the declaration part alone, you have to give this particular component. Okay, for this module, what is the component name? You have to get this from the app component TS. You can see here, here is the component name. You have to copy paste this inside the declaration. Similarly, for this child module also, you have to declare the child component name, and module related imports only you have to give here. Give it here, not any other thing except this component, this particular component name. Okay, if you change this and you are giving this child component inside this module and everything, then it won't work. Okay, please be careful in this. So after this, we are going moving to the HTML file. You can see here, this is very, very important. Please try to understand. This is my, this is the buttons. Okay, this is the buttons. You can see here, I have kept 3 buttons: add column, remove column, and shuffle. Okay, these are all the 3 buttons. Okay, these are all the 3 buttons: add column, remove column, and the shuffle is the name which I have given. Okay, inside the button tag, mat raise button. This is the raise button. Okay, this is the raise button, and I have declared one event here. While clicking this button, this event should trigger, and while triggering this event should call the this particular function. Okay, where I have to define this function inside the component.ts. Okay, inside the ts file, I have to define this. This is the next step you are going to do. So here I have given 3 button at the top. Okay, at the top of the table, I have given 3 button and its function. So this is the mat table. Okay, this is the tab. This is the tag. Inside this tag table, I have given it as a mat table and data source name. Okay, so one by one I will explain to you why we are using this ng container. Okay, ng container and column definition. This ng container, we are defining this ng container in order to define the columns. Okay, in order to define the columns you want to display in the table, we will give this ng container. This ng container tag is used to define the column. Okay, so inside this mat column definition is attribute and giving us an column, and this ng for is nothing but it will using the for loop. Okay, this is the for loop, and let column is the variable, and it will iterate the all the column names which I have given inside the displayed column. Where I have given this displayed column, you can see this inside the ts file. See here, here is my displayed columns. Okay, so position, name, weight, symbol, these are, so you can see here position, name, weight, symbol, these are the displayed columns. Okay, see here the first, these are all the columns I have defined. Okay. So it will, this for loop, what this for loop will do, using this column variable, it will iterate through every column. Okay, it will iterate through every column. So inside this ng container, I am giving one table header and a table data. Okay, so it will iterate, it is like a for loop, it will iterate through the table header and the table data. Okay, what we have given inside this th is nothing but the table header. So what we have defined inside the table header, table header cell, and the star header call cell definition. This is nothing but an, this is nothing but my directive. Okay, So this directive is used to this header row, okay, header cell definition. So excuse me. This is the directive to bind the cell value with the respective column data in the header row. Okay, using the header row, we are using this header cell definition. Okay, and inside this we have given table data in order to see here let element. Using this variable let element, we are iterating through the cell definition. What is the cell definitions? We have defined what are all the things we have to insert, given bind the cell values with its appropriate column. Okay, so you can see here, this is my, you can see here, these are all the things which I have given inside the, these are all the values which I need to insert inside the each and every cell. Okay, in position 1, first row, 1 hydrogen. Okay, and this is the next inside the weight, I have to insert this value. So for the, these are all the things which I want to insert inside the table. Okay, so in order to do that, I am iterating through the element of column as an array. Okay, so this, what this container will do is, first it will iterate through the header and the column, and inside the column, it will iterate through the elements inside the column. Okay, you see here, these are the columns to display, right? These are the columns to display. It should be mentioned inside the header row definition. So this header row definition, what it will do is, it will bind the cell value with the respective column data. Okay, data header row using this directive. See, I have mentioned it as in star. This star is nothing but my directive. Okay, similarly, this mat row definition also directive, and the data rows, it will bind the cell value with the respective column data header row using mat header row definition, and the data row using the mat row definition. Okay, this is the header row definition, and this is a mat row definition. Okay, hope you guys understood this. Hope you guys understood this. I'm just copy pasting this one. Please try to paste it inside your, hope everything got copied. Let me check it. No, only up to the container. Okay, I will copy paste the remaining here. Please try to do it parallelly with me. Okay, everything I'm giving it in the chat box. Please try to do it parallelly with me. You have to give this inside your child module which you have created. Inside that HTML file, you have to give all this code. Now we have completed giving the HTML front the table design. Okay, so in order to do this functionality, right, do this functionality and also binding the values. Okay, appropriate values with this, what are all the values I need to give inside this table. So for that functionality, you have to define everything in the app child component.ts. Okay, so inside the module which you have created, it will have one component.ts file. So go to that ts file, and let me explain you one by one. Okay, so here I have declared everything, like this is the first one, what are the column I need to display, and it should be this column names or everything inside the string array. Okay, similarly the data, so inside the data, the periodic element is nothing but my array, and I have assigned this one as an element data. So what is my element data? You can see here, this is my element data. Okay, element data, constant element data, and this periodic element is nothing but an array name, and inside this array I have given some JSON array. So everything, each and everything, this is one JSON, this is another one, this is another one. So everything I have given inside the array. You can see here, this is an array. Okay, everything I have given inside an array as in JSON. It will iterate through this JSON one by one. This is the keys. What is the key name? Position, name, weight, symbol. These are all the key names. And this is one next thing is next important thing is this export interface. What is this export interface periodic element? This periodic element, I'm treating this periodic element variable, array variable, as an interface. It will in what is this interface will do? I'm defining my table structure inside this interface. It will bind my data. See here, the same name which I have given for the interface and also here inside the array. So it will bind the value with my table structure, right? So what is my table structure? First thing is name, and it should be in the string data type. Position, it should be in the number data type. Weight, it should be in the number data type. Symbol, it should be in the string data type. Okay. So everything you have to give inside the export interface periodic element. Okay. So same name which we have given here. So I am assigning this everything in the everything inside the periodic element to the element data. And again, I am assigning this element data to this data. So finally, what is inside my data? This element data. What is inside my element data? An array of the JSON which I have to insert inside the table. Hope you guys getting my point. Okay. So we have defined the structure of the table and the elements inside the table. Okay. What are all the elements? What are all the values inside the table? And I have assigned this to the data. This data is nothing but my variable. I have assigned this to the data. And columns to display. So this should be in the string format. And I have assigned this display column dot slice to the columns to display in order to iterate. So what I'm going to iterate is we will see. Okay. Hope you guys until this point you guys are clear. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is see I have binded my data. Okay. I have binded my data with the see I didn't write this functionality. I'm yet to explain this functionality of this three buttons yet. So before that what we have seen, we have given all this inside the JSON, right? We have given this all the values inside this JSON. You can see here, right? Everything inside the JSON, and this is the array, and I'm assigning this array to the element data, and I have binded everything, this table structure and everything I have binded. Okay, and I have assigned it to the display column and everything I have completed, and this will get now this will get binded with my table which I have defined, okay, which I have given in the HTML. Okay, you can see here the column, and I'm iterating the columns using the displayed column. You can see here the displayed columns here. Okay, what are all the things on the element data which is inside the data, and here automatically it will get the data, and using that element using that element okay, what are the things, let element is the variable, and using the cell definition I'm just getting all the elements of the column. Okay, and here I am binding everything. Hope you guys understood until this you are clear. Okay, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some functionality with respect to this buttons. Okay, add column, remove column, and shuffle. I'm going to do some functionality. Okay, now first thing is add column. How can I do? How can I add one more column? See, I while doing the add column, it is taking some random column and adding, right? So initially we got while clicking this button we got add this position. Now you can see the symbol is the extra column got added at the last. Similarly, again symbol, right? So I want to remove the column, just remove it. Okay, again I'm adding the column. right? So it will add some random columns. Okay, inside the table, it will take one random. How it can be achieved? How it can be achieved? So inside this add column function, okay, while clicking that button, I have did that click event in the HTML. While clicking the button, this function should be called, and where I have to define this function inside the component TS. Okay, so inside the component TS, I have defined this function, add column function. Inside this add column function, this math random. What this math random will do is, see here, this math random will generate random numbers from 0 to 1. That's all. Okay, this math random function will generate the random numbers from 0 to 1. So what I'm doing, I'm multiplying that particular random number with my displayed column length. Consider here, what is the length of the displayed column? 4. There are 4 columns are there. Okay, so I'm multiplying that column. See, for example, it is generating some numbers like 0.4 like that. Okay, 0.4 or 0.1. Okay, or 0.1. Okay, now it is multiplying with my column length. Okay, it is multiplying with my column. What is the column length? 4. Okay, now the answer is 0.4, right? So what I'm doing is, after multiplying it with the 0.4, okay, 0.1 into 4, it will round off. What this floor will do? This floor will round off. Round off or round down. We can say it as a round down. Okay, round down. It will round down and return the integer, which means if my, for example, if my output is 5.4 something, it will round down like the answer will be 5. Similarly, if it is 5.9, then it will round down and gives the answer it as an 5. Okay, hope you guys understood this. So now what it will do is, my answer is 0.4. It will round down and gives me the 0. Okay, so now current, what is the value of random column? Random column equal to 0, right? The random column is 0. So it will take the 0th column. Displayed columns, inside the displayed column, what is the 0th one? Position. And it will push it inside the columns to display array. So this column to display, which one? This is the columns to display, right? So it will display, now it will display the, while adding this column, it will display the position. Okay, if it is, if this particular random number takes this value 0.1, okay, 0.1 as a random number, okay, my position will comes here. Okay, now it is taking the name, which means it is taking some other number, some random number. Hope you guys getting my point. Okay, so what it is doing, it is generating the random number, and it we are multiplying it with the length. So consider one more example. Okay, consider one more example. If I am multiplying it with some numbers like 0.4 like that, okay, or 0.9, you can take 0.9. Okay, it is generating some number like a 0.9, and what is my column length into 4, right? Now it will take what is the answer? 3.6 is the answer. After rounding off, see here, until this we have completed this math floor. What it will do, it will round off, round down. Okay, what is my column? 3. Okay, so this random column value is 3. Now inside the display column of 3, what is the, which one is 3? 0, 1, 2, 3, this symbol. If it is if the random number is 0.9, then it will take the symbol. Okay, it will take the symbol and it will add. It will add. Okay. So like that, it will generate the random number and it will add the columns. Hope you guys clear in this. Okay. Hope you guys clear in this. See, I will give you this add column code. You have to paste it inside your child component. Okay, export class child component. Inside this class, you have to paste this. Okay, and also I will give you all these declarations also. Hope you guys are doing parallelly with me. Please do it parallelly so that only you can able to get strong in the basics. Okay, these are all Angular basics. So the next function is remove column. Okay, what I'm going to do in the remove column is, see here, push and pop are the two functions. Okay, we have already seen while giving the JavaScript exercise itself, right? Push and pop are the two functions which we use it to insert some element inside the array and also remove the last element from the array. We have already seen this, right? So using this function only, we are pushing and popping the columns also. Okay, if this column display length, okay, if this is true, if we have, which means if we have, if I remove everything, then it will not, then it become false. And if there is no element to remove, right, there is no column to remove, only this will work, only this pop will work. Okay, only this pop will work if this true, if inside this condition is true. What is the condition? This column to display dot length. Okay, if it is having some length, 1 or 2 or 3 or any column, which means we need some any columns inside this. Okay, if there is no column and if I remove everything, then it will not work, right? That is the concept behind. So it will pop. What pop will do is it will remove the last. See, this is the array position, name, weight, name is the array. Now it will pop the last element. Okay, it will pop this last element. Pop means remove. You can see it is removing, right? So this is the remove will do. Okay, now I'm refreshing. See, again it will display all the 4 columns. And the next thing is shuffle. This is important. Okay, I will give you this remove also. Please put it below that add. Okay, just copy paste it and put it inside your TS file. Okay, and the next thing we are going to see is shuffle. So inside this, we are using some while loop. Why we are using this while loop? This while loop will execute up to 0 not equal to the current index, right? The 0 not equal to the current index, right? So this random index equal to max, same thing, the math random into current index. Math random into current index. What is the current index? The column to display dot length. We have to take, we took this, the same thing, right? Column to display into random math flow, the same logic. Okay, it will apply the same logic in order to get the random index. Okay, the same logic. Here we are getting the random column. Similarly, we are getting the random index. Okay, the same thing. And this while loop will works until it will get the 0, which means we are subtracting the current index minus 1. So this is the thing. So for every execution, it will subtract the 1 from the current index. Okay, so after this, what we will do is, so consider my random index is, if the random generated number is 0.9 and I'm multiplying it with the 4, and finally I'm getting the 3. Okay, so 3 is nothing but what is the random index? 3. Position, name, weight, and symbol. Okay, so current random index is symbol. Okay, so consider this symbol. So now what I'm going to do is how I am shuffling. Shuffling is nothing but I'm going to shuffle this position with the symbol. I'm going to shuffle this position with the name. So this two column will get shuffled, which means it will interchange their position. Nothing but it will interchange the position. That's all. I'm shuffling with this position with the weight. Okay, like that it will generate the random and it will choose some random column, whether it's position or name or anything. It will choose some random column and it will interchange and it will swap. So how we are achieving this swap? Okay, see here, this is similar to the swapping some numbers. For example, okay, I will tell you some example. Okay, for example, okay, I will explain you here. See, for example, if what you people will do if you want to shuffle some number, right? If you want to shuffle, I want to shuffle the A and B variable numbers. Okay, so my inside the variable A, I'm having 5. Inside the variable B, I'm having 4. I want to shuffle this. So inside this B, I want to display. I need to get the 5, and inside this A, I need to get 4. Like that, I want to shuffle. What you people will do? I need to using some temporary variable. Okay, this temp is nothing but my temporary variable, and I am just assigning this A into temp. Okay, this is what you people will do, right? In order to shuffle the two numbers, temp equal to A. Now inside the temp consists of 5, right? So now I am assigning A to B. Now what the A variable will contain now? The 4, right? And again, what I'm going to do is I'm assigning B to temp. Now the temp variable, that 5 will store inside the B. Okay, so this is how you will shuffle. Now what will contain inside the A? 4, and inside B 5. Hope you guys getting my point, right? This is how we used to shuffle. Initially, the 5 is inside A and 4 is inside B. Now 4 is inside A and 5 is inside B. So this is how we will shuffle, right? So the same concept we are using here. I'm using the current index. Okay, I'm just assigning the current index to some temp. Okay, what will be the current index? Current index is the here we have current index. We have assigned it as an length. Okay, as an length. While doing the for loop, the current index also getting changed. 1, 2, 3 like that. It will decrease. So 4, 3, 2, 1 like that. It will get decrease, and I'm assigning this current index to the temp. Each and every time I'm assigning this to the temp. And what will be the random index? If my random variable is generating 0.9, okay, if suppose random variable can able to generate any number, okay, we for each and every execution, for each and every for loop, it will generate any number between 0 to 1. Okay, suppose it is generating 0.9, then my for this example I'm telling. Okay, so then what is the random index? Random index is 3. Now it will shuffle for the first iteration. It will shuffle the current index 4 with the 3. Okay, so I'm assigning this random index to the current index and temp to the random index. Consider this as an temp and this as an variable A we have did here, right? A, I'm assigning A to the temp, and also here we have what we have did, and A to the temp, B to the A, and random index to the current index, and finally this temp to the random index. Now this two column got shuffled. Okay, this position consider this is the fourth column, and the random number is generated as 0.9, and finally it calculated as a third column, right? It will shuffle this two, right? So this is how we are doing the shuffle. Hope you guys understood this point. I'm giving this code also to you. Please copy paste it in your TS file. Below this row column, remove column, this is the shuffle. Okay. So what we did was we have completed, and closing this, we have completed designing the front page. Okay, while clicking this button, it will leads to the app child, and inside this app child we have completed designing this table using the HTML file, right? Using this HTML file, and we have did some functionalities for this buttons, and we displayed all the elements, all the datas inside the table. Okay, hope you guys understood this. And finally, what you need to do is go to the child routing, and you have to mention if after this app child, if I didn't mention anything, see here I didn't mention anything, then you have to display this child component only. See, after this child component, see, after this app child module, I didn't give anything. If the path is empty, I didn't give anything like slash anything. Okay. So if that is empty, then you have to display the app child component is the same component. Okay. This child component only you have to define. Okay. So this is how you have to display the table using Angular. Hope you guys are very clear in this concept. Okay. So in tomorrow's practice session, what we will do is we will try to do some more things with this table. Okay, we will try to do some more things. We will try to display this particular table inside some dialog box. Like that we can able to do. Okay, or some pagination. But you have to be very clear in this table concept. After that only we can move forward to next concept related to this table. Okay, so hope you guys are clear in this and hope you guys did parallelly with me. First you have to create on project and declare import all the modules and HTML. We did some mat card and also the routing part. After completing the routing, we go to the we should go to this child one, and inside this child one module component HTML and everything we have did, and finally this routing. So hope you guys clear in this concept. If yes, please raise your hand. Rajesh, we can stop the recording.